going on, sports fans? Once again, it's K2 the GOAT for Vernon Speak Sports. Mostly talking about Auburn football and the rest of the SEC. I want to give a shout out to my fearless and true gang, War Eagle. The story of Auburn history cannot be told without mentioning the 2004 Auburn Tigers. Those guys went 13-0 SEC champions. Some of the most iconic players in Auburn history, including Carlos Rogers, Carnell Williams, Ronnie Brown, Jason Campbell, and current co-defensive coordinator Travis Williams, who was an all-SEC linebacker for that football team. What made this team so special is they played with a lot of heart and a lot of passion, and that is synonymous with the history of Auburn football. Always playing over your head, always playing intense. The defenses circling around the football, gathering around the football, a lot of gang tackling, a lot of intensity, a lot of high-level teamwork and leadership. Now, one thing that the Auburn Tigers can be thankful for is to have a guy like Travis Williams a part of their coaching staff, because for one, he's been there. He's been there in the most iconic times of Auburn football. Playing linebacker, he was somewhat undersized, but he was always on the scene tackle-wise, and he didn't mind grinding up in there and getting into the interior offensive line to make the tackles, even though he was largely undersized. He played against a lot of great players. Current running backs coach, obviously you see in these highlight reels, is Carnell Williams, who was on this particular football team. Jason Campbell, one of the best quarterbacks in Auburn history, was on this football team. So Travis Williams was around a lot of great football players. He also played under the great coach Tommy Tuberville, who was a part of that tandem that won 6 straight over Alabama. So he's a part of that legacy. So when you talk about recruiting and when you talk about high-level play, Travis Williams can directly relate to that type of program. So how does that translate to the Auburn Tigers? Because you want to know, you know what I'm saying, the kind of coaches that are on this particular football team. And Travis Williams is one of those coaches that has a direct relationship with the program. He understands what it means to be an Auburn Tigers. He understands what it means to win on a high level as an Auburn Tiger, and because he has that youthful appearance about himself, he can translate that and have a lot of influence over these young players. So I think this is a great deal for Auburn, and I think some of you Auburn fans really need to know what Travis Williams brings to the table. Well, one of the things he brings is he's one of the best recruiters in college football. As a matter of fact, he's rated as a top 25 recruiter for Auburn football. One of the things he's credited for is the recruitment of Owen Pappoe, probably the best linebacker recruited in Auburn history. Highly rated linebacker out of Grayson, Georgia. Auburn was actually in a tug of war with the Georgia Bulldogs, because if you know the geography of this thing, Grayson geographically is about 35 miles away from Athens. So University of Georgia had easy access. They could be at most of the ball games. And for Travis Williams to go in and actually kind of sort of steal Owen Pappoe from the Georgia Bulldogs says a lot about his ability to recruit. Also, he's credited with the recruitment of Kobe Wooten. So one thing you can say that you have in Travis Williams is he loves Auburn football. He sleeps, he breathes. You can see his intensity with his players. He has a great relationship with his players. He's at all their events. Like if something significant happens for these guys, Travis Williams is right there. Travis Williams is a family guy. He has a high level of integrity and character, and the Auburn football fan base is blessed to have a guy like Travis Williams as a part of the program. You know, I think Travis Williams long term, he's just getting this promotion as co-defensive coordinator along with his role as a linebackers coach. It says a lot about how Auburn perceives him as a future leader on this Auburn's coaching staff long term. And like I said before, he has that experience. He has that. He's been there. He's actually played on the football field that these guys coming up are going to play on. And he has those stories about Carlos Rogers and Carnell Williams and Ronnie Brown and all those guys who were right there. Once again, it's K-Stu the GOAT for Vernon Speaks Sports. Just wanted to give y'all a brief introduction of Travis Williams, a part of that 2004 iconic football team for Auburn. War Eagle. Like, comment, and subscribe. You all take care.